Good morning. Welcome to Wealth Chat. My name is Renee, your wealth coach. You guys, it's been such an exciting time. Yes, it's been busy, but it's been excitement in the busyness. Just want to give you an update. We're going to be starting the 9 to 5 Millionaire next Wednesday. So you want to go to jamalking.com to get your book. We're going to start next Wednesday. There is a sign-up sheet, so please sign up in the link so that I know that you're coming. Also, yesterday we played the cash flow game, and let's see, I think Chris won the first game, and then I won the second game. I think we all got to win yesterday because the game goes so fast virtually, so we play several games, but like when we're playing the actual board game, that does take a little longer because, it's different than playing virtual. But the concept is the same. So things that I'm learning that I wanted to point out from the cash flow is that it's getting much easier. Now that I know when you talk to real estate investors and you say, well, how do you find that great property? The first thing, you hear a lot of them say location, 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 which I say the same thing. And what that means to me is that I look for properties in up and coming neighborhoods to whereas when I purchase it today, between then and 5-10 years later, they're building up new businesses. They're building up things that will bring people to the area. So I usually buy in up and coming neighborhoods. So that's what location, location, location means to me. And I found with that concept is that it's never hard for me to rent out the place. Usually it's rented out before the next tenant moves out. Thankfully, in those great locations, my tenants stay long term. So I usually never have a tenant that stays. Now, when I first started, I did have month or year to year tenants because their families were growing. And so that's a factor. But outside of that, my tenants stay. They do more than 1 year. So that has been a blessing to me because when that tenant moves out, definitely when you have to go in and prep the place for the next person, you're spending money. And so it's good to have long-term tenants. The other thing that is extremely important is to know the numbers. Now, when I first started the game, I didn't know how to fill out the financial statement. Well, let me just say this for the game. Now, I have filled out, when I took the Rich Dad course, I had to fill out a financial statement, a real one, to even be qualified to take the course. And so I was able to fill that out. But in the game, just knowing, because you're buying things, you're selling things. And so that's a little different than to do a snapshot of what's happening in your finances today. But in the game, you're actually buying and selling and paying bills, having children, getting laid off. So you have to know how to keep your numbers flowing. And so that's something that I had to force myself to learn because, at the very beginning, just providing the game for training purposes, but then there's an app that you can just download, and as you're playing and making your moves, the app does all the calculations for you. And then virtually, when you play the game, it does it for you as well. But you have to still watch your numbers because there was one time where I sold too short because you're building up your passive income, but then you may have to sell something like, like Monopoly. You buy 4 greenhouses, then you sell them to buy that hotel. Well, I did it too soon. So I had to learn how to read the numbers because if you're only like $100 away from getting out of the rat race, why would you sell a passive income that is providing adding to the numbers on what you need, and then you having to rebuild again that gap that you put in there. So anyway, I'm learning how to not only read my numbers, do my numbers, force myself on keeping current on my financial statement, because as you're building wealth, you're having to make decisions when you're buying your businesses, your buildings, your duplexes, whatever it is that you're buying. You got to keep up with your numbers and pace yourself, because the whole goal is to build enough passive income to be equal to or greater than your expenses. That gets you out of the rat race. So you could spend years just in that cycle, just because you won't take the time to learn your numbers to know, hey, you could have been out of the rat race 3 years ago, but because you're not taking the time to grow and learn, you got to learn how to do it. And so, and I could tell you that wasn't something that I wanted to learn, but I had to learn. And now I'm so grateful that I forced myself to learn, because every day I'm learning something new. And so I just wanted to come on and just share my takeaways. And again, I invite you out because, I'm lining things up, because I do get calls on the side. Hey, Renee, I want help. Can you help me? Yes. But I'm also setting up a system for you to get you to where you want to be. So that's why we have book clubs. The book club is free. The only thing you're purchasing is the book itself. But this book, 9 to 5 Millionaire, is going to teach you how a person went from working a 9 to 5 job to becoming a millionaire. And not only just becoming a millionaire, maintaining the millions of dollars. And so once you make $1 million and you follow that process, anything that you choose to do thereafter, you can make. If you write a book, you can make $1 million. If you buy real estate, you can make millions. If you create a business, you can make millions. So you learn how to make millions. And so there's a mindset for that. And so I invite you out to the book club. I invite you out to the cash flow game. Every Sunday at 3 o'clock, we play the cash flow game. And I'm telling you, I have grown so much. And so I invite you to that. That's also free. So we have a lot of free things going on. On Saturday nights, we have the Entrepreneur Live. If you missed last Saturday's live, I have entrepreneurs come on. And so, there's different perspectives. There's different ways of obtaining your wealth. And so there's other points of view. And so that's why I invite others out. So if you missed it, you can either go to Instagram Live and watch the replay, or you can go to our YouTube channel, The Kingdom Heirs, and also watch the replay. So see you at next Wealth Chat. Bye for now.